For a little while now, I've been working on a new total conversion mod. In this video, I want to show you an early look at the new magic system that I will be implementing, so let's jump into it. Don't mind the base game map, our map isn't finished yet, and so I'm finding it easier to implement broader systems in the base game before we transfer them over. So first things first, what we have is the schools of magic here, so this will be changed. This menu is not finished at all, but we've got alteration, illusion, destruction, restoration, conjuration, and divination. And then once you click on them, you'll get an event that pops up, and you'll be able to commit yourself to not a once per 10-year decision. It'll be a once per lifetime deciding on what school of magic you want to go for. So the plan is for the schools of magic is that once per year there will be a chance for events to pop up that'll give you new spells or send you in a story cycle that might give you a new spell at the end of it. All that sort of stuff is in the works, but at the moment it hasn't been implemented because I've been working on the UI, which is an absolute pain to deal with. But so if we click on this, we'll get the grayed out boxes in there. We'll have the studying alteration, and this at the moment the decision it lasts until for 1,000 years, so that is more than a lifetime. But going beyond that, we've got the spell book on the right here. And so we've got personality spells and learn spells. So you're able to cast 2 spells at once unless you have the multicasting expertise perk, which I have made and will show you shortly, from within the manipulation lifestyle tree. So all of the spells that could possibly show up here have a 5-year cooldown at the moment. These are Iron Flesh, Pillars of Flame, and Thunderous Charge. These spells are based on personality traits. So in this one specifically is the stubborn personality trait. So that's why I've chosen this ruler to show you, is because he has 3 of the personality traits that I've made spells for. And if I were to do add underscore trait shy, this one here, so summon a familiar, that is another spell that I've made that you could use. And if we were to click on them, you get an event, and then you get the spell Iron Flesh. So this is a prowess +1 health tiny boost. So this will last for 2.5 years, not 2 years. I will change the tooltip on this. But if you were to do a summon familiar, you can. My plan is to change it so that you get depending on your personality or your lifestyle, you could either get a pet dog or a pet cat. But at the moment, it's just a pet cat, and then that story cycle for the pet cat will start. And then the other thing that I have done is some learn spells. So none of them are showing up here because this will be the spells that you learn through events or decisions as you progress through the game or through your character's lifetime. So for this example, I will show you the Royal Court one that I have. So if I create an axe, and I've got a weapon axe here, and then if I go back into the spell book, I haven't got it yet because I have just implemented. So this, I'll quickly come back to that after this. So we've got the magic lifestyle. You've got prosperity focus, battle mage focus, manipulation focus, all have some pretty nice buffs. And then we've got perk trees in here, which give different bonuses, kind of similar to some of the other trees combined. So with this one, prosperity is more of a stewardship, plus the orb of sovereignty, which is a diplomacy node. But all of these are very much stewardship. And then this one is learning and martial. So we've got martial and learning, and we've got knight effectiveness. This one here has the can cast spell weapon imbue. So I will quickly unlock that. So weapon enchantment perk. So if I do that, then I can cast the spell. But yeah, so martial nodes with some learning at the bottom. So if I do change this now to add underscore perk runic engineering perk, so this is a white node that's indicating that it is learning. And then we've also got the manipulation, which is intrigue. So down here is the multicasting expertise, so it gives you an extra spell that you can cast. But moving on, we've got the weapon imbue spell to show you. So for this one, it will imbue a random currently owned weapon artifact with your permanent magical enhancement. So these learn spells are supposed to be stronger than the personality spells, which you have from the start of the game. These ones will be learnt as you progress. So depending on how you play each character, you will get stronger or weaker spells depending on your actions. But this one is imbue the weapon. So based on your traits, this will have a percentage to imbue it with a different artifact modifier or artifact modifiers. I'm not sure about the cost at the moment. That is still a work in progress. So all of these are, so this will be a martial modifier, and this will be stewardship. This will be a shy modifier, so someone who is craven or shy, that sort of thing. This is diplomacy, and this is the base modifier. So if you have somehow none of the traits inside of these percentages, then this one will be the top one. And then we'll begin the ritual, and then it should give you a, so I got the stewardship modifier, so stewardship, domain taxes, so that is the stewardship modifier. Just a quick note as well, this is the more completed spellbook. I have completed some other spells in here that aren't showing because I have a personality trait limit, but there's also another restoration spell and a divination one. The divination spell is for a custom trait called authoritative. So this is the authoritative spell. I just had to change the character. So wisdom, piety, dread gain. It's a custom trait that we've made for the mod. We do have a bunch of other traits coming as well. We have one already, which is called organized, which is this one here. We don't have any icons at the moment. They are still a work in progress, but this is for future content. That is the end of this, but I do want to ask everyone who's watching if they have any ideas for spells that they would like to see. At the moment, I'm kind of going for a mix between Elder Scrolls and Baldur's Gate and maybe something else involved in there. Summon Familiar is very, to me, is very Baldur's Gate-esque. But yeah, so if anyone has any ideas on what spells they would like to see in the game, or in the mod, rather, then please let me know in the comments. So yeah, so that is the end of this video. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments. Like the video if you like the video. Subscribe if you want to see more videos on the mod. Cheers.